kind of snappy and scramble when they play. You can lose them in the yard. Good run.
Out, but I knew I was like close. No, terrible.
Father of the year material.
Too many kids, you know, like how many birthdays? All of them.
Hey Storm Chasers, we're back with match number 2 of pool play. We're going to be taking on Norman. Apologize for telling you more earlier. More's in the other pool. So we're facing Norman here in this second match. As always, your sponsor of OKC Athletics, OKC Storm Athletics, January chiropractic and acupuncture. Make sure if you're in need of their care, you tell them Storm sent you. Good day of volleyball going on. Girls play this match. Yeah, we're running about 45 minutes behind schedule. So we have this match. There's another after this, and then we play again. So about an hour after this match, we'll don't jump. Okay. About an hour after this match, we'll be back in action with match number 3 against Edmond Santa Fe. Girls have their eye on gold. Been making good runs this season. Making gold every tournament. Only being runner-up in one and winning the others. We've already had our pass set smash warm-up and serving warm-up. Now time for Norman to have theirs. Ooh, excuse me. Big yawn right in your ears, so sorry. Hopefully you're watching this on the YouTubes between your favorite college football on this Saturday. Not working too hard. For a weekend, don't want to overdo it, right? Pace yourself. Thanks for joining OKC Storm here on YouTube. Just looking over some football scores. My Kansas State's up 3-0. Hopefully they can finally bounce back and figure out how to get a win. Unusual start to our season. Let's see here. Notre Dame's up 14-3 over Arkansas. Anybody else we care about playing? Nope, not yet. Not that I see. There's the excitement. The sports round. Well, that's it. We're ready for the Goodwill Good Lucks. Get into some Storm volleyball. I think I've guessed the lineup correctly. We'll wait for them to come out and verify it before we read it off to y'all. There's the Goodwill meet. Storm's out and excited about it. Norman the Tigers? I feel like the Norman is Tigers. That's more for me than you guys. That was quite the thread. All right. Hopefully they don't fall apart. Looks like I have the lineup right. It's the officials checking it from her note card. Lily and Lucy, Michaela across the front, right to left. Phoebe, Kendall, and Araya across the back, left to right. Rye first server, and our libero swap there for Kendall. Bring Brennan into the back row. We're actually waiting on some line judges is what we're looking for. Here come line judges. Now we got some line judges. Little miscommunication between the official and the table, but we're ready to go now. Ryle with the serve to open up set number one for your OKC Storm. There we go, deep at the middle back, played up, out, so the roll shot over the block and in. And Norman striking first. Service sent, looking cross, Michaela. Araya gets under it, looking back at Michaela, into the block and down. Norman, 2 points on. Norman serves, Phoebe Araya gets under, looking for Michaela again, over the block, and out. Service sent, Michaela. Araya back sets, looking for Lillian. Over the block, going backwards. Push shallow. Lucy, Araya looking for the campfire. Doug. Into the block. And down. Norman staying on the board, staying in control. All Norman so far in set one. Phoebe to Araya, looking for Michaela, through the block, and down, that's a kill. Substitution gonna bring Kate into the front row. Lillian back to serve. Storm down by 3 early in this set. Lillian puts us off into play. Right at the middle back, played up, middle attack coming, swept around, Araya, Kate. Okay, we're still playing. Brennan, big pass looking for Michaela, tipped around the block, still pop. Lucy putting it back on him. Storm getting scrappy. Storm down by 2, looking to find their footing here. Sent in 5-6 seam, played up by the 5. Misplayed by the setter, that's Storm point. Lillian again, at 5-6 seam, played up by the 5. Opposite attack coming, into the block. Michaela tossing it around herself there. Defense getting scrappy. Rolled. Brennan. Araya looking for Michaela. Off the block and down. That's a kill. Storm getting some traction under their tires here. Pushing forward. We're tied up with sailboats across the board. 4s for everyone. Lillian on the serve. Sends it. The middle back. Right side smack coming. Given. Right off the backboard. Shank back, that's point Norman. Substitution Storm bring Izzy into the back row. Norman's on the substitution as well. Norman back up by 1 here early in set 1 of match 2. Substitutions by both sides. Tigers put us into play. Brennan, Araya, Kate. Oh, big dig by the libero. Smack. Oh. Touch and shank backwards. Norman. What? Good defensive hustle there by Izzy and Brennan. Just unfortunate direction. Tigers with the serve. Big booming serve. Izzy gets there. Araya looking for Kate. Giving it a ride. Doug. And over. Not quite sure what we were doing there. Big overpass free ball. Falls for Norman. Point up by 3. Tigers send it. Shorten into the net. Side up. Storm. Bring up our libero swap. Kendall into the front row. Lucy back to serve. Storm down by 2. Lucy sends it right at the right back in that 1 position. Right side attack. Rolled through the block and down. There's our libero swap. Running back into the back row. Down by 3, service sent. Michaela, Araya to Michaela from the opposite. That's a kill. Substitution Storm. Maddie into the front row. Michaela will go back to serve. Six to 8 Storm down by 2. Michaela sends it right at the middle back, passed up. Opposite attack coming into the block. Good pop by Kendall. Ooh, no help able to get there. Falls out off Storm. Norman getting the side out. Tigers send it. Deep ball. Out. Not enough court there. Substitutions coming. Phoebe into the back row into serve. Lillian back into the front row. Storm down by 2. Phoebe puts us off into play. Shallow ball at the 1. Played over on the overpass. Phoebe. Michaela. Lillian off the block. Falls. Point Storm. Storm back within 1. Phoebe. 5-6. Played up by the 5. Right side is smack coming. Brennan with the dig. Michaela back sets. Looking for Kendall over the block. We'll get a play back. Oh, nice put down by Kendall there. We're going to call that a solo kill. Storm, 9-9. Knotted up here. Phoebe, right at the middle back. Dumped over. Norman getting the side out. Norman on the substitution. And we're ready to serve. Tigers up by 1. Send us into play. Big booming ball out the end by about 3 feet. Libero swap. Lucy into the front row. Brennan back to serve. 10-10. Brennan shortening into the net. A little swap of service errors there. Service from the Tigers. Lillian to Michaela to Lucy. Rolled over. Dumped. Michaela. Brennan looking for Maddie. Maddie looking cross. It's Doug. Off the block, Brennan. Michaela dumps over. Lucy. Norman putting it down, Storm side. Service sent. Lillian. Michaela looking for Lillian. Tipped around the block. Pushed back. Michaela. Brennan. Lillian through the block. Doug. Tipped over. Norman stringing a couple together here in set 1. Timeout Storm. Out of the timeout, let's see what answers we got here for the scrappy Norman Tigers. Capitalizing on some Storm errors and mistakes. See if we can narrow them out and get back in control. There's the serve, looking cross. Lillian, Michaela, back sets, looking for Maddie into the block. Michaela, Brennan sends a big ball. Phoebe, we'll free ball that. Let's get reset and into system. Middle attack coming, tipped over. No coach's point for that timeout. Norman up by 4. Service sent, Phoebe. Second touch doesn't make it. We're down by 5. Norman with the serve, Phoebe. Michaela. Lillian putting it down with some gusto. Doug. That'll work. We're going to count it as a kill just because it was pretty. Substitution, your OKC Storm. Araya back into the back row to serve. The deficit's cut to 4. We're ready to play after Tiger substitution, Storm substitution. Araya sends it. Shallow ball into the middle. Played up. Opposite into the block. Smacked out. Around the block. No touch. Oh. Okay, the officials calling it. Okay. We're replaying that point. No, we're not replaying that point. Now she awards it to her. I'm so confused on what she's doing. Oh, what that official's doing. She should have stopped it for replay. Is what she should have done. She signaled it was our point. Okay, after some confusion, the official did signal it's our point, I guess. Neither line judge saw a touch. It was out. Not sure why she called the touch then unless she saw it. But nevertheless, an antenna swap there, and we're ready for action. Service sent. 1-6C, played out of the 1, dumped over and down. That was a heck of an attack there. Hats off to him. Tigers substitute. Storm still down by 4 here midway through set 1. The serve is up and sent. Phoebe, Araya, Lucy. Ooh. Storm down by 5. Michaela, Araya, back sets looking for Lillian. Over the block. Both line judges saw a touch. Substitution, Kate into the front row. Lillian back to serve. Storm down by 4. Good serve at the middle back. Right side attack coming, smacked into the block and down. Dual substitution here. Izzy into the back row for Storm. Norman on the substitution as well. Storm down by 5. Norman on the serve. Brennan, Michaela, Lucy. Smart roll shot picks that one down. Bring up our libero swap. Kendall into the front row. Lucy back to serve. We're still down by 4. Needing to make a run here. Get some points. Right at the right back. Shove back. Coming back quick off the ceiling. That's off for an ace. Shallow ceiling in this South Gym here at Norman North High School. We're making the best of it. It's kind of affected every match so far today. There's the serve, going right at the right back. Played up. Okay, gentle touch. That's a net violation. Either way, Storm point. Lucy sends it. Norman sends it back. Izzy. Araya looking for Michaela. Around the block and down. That's a kill. Storm down by 1. Getting feisty. Stringing a couple points together here. We're going to see if we can stay on the roll. Get back on top. Be first to the finish. Lucy going right at the right back again. Played over. Opposite attack coming into the block. Good punch by Kendall. Kate giving it a roll. Nice attacking roll, really. Kendall. Norman. Into the block of Kendall again. Pushed. Araya. Izzy. Strong one hand. Free ball from Kendall. We're still alive. Getting scrappy ourselves here. Dumped over. Araya. Michaela looking cross. Norman from the back row gives it a roll. Lucy. Araya. Michaela. That's a kill! We're tied up at 18 after a phenomenal rally by both sides. Kendall getting scrappy there at the net, keeping the pressure on Norman North, and Storm able to capitalize. Lucy serving the 1-6 seam, played up by the 6. And we'll get a free ball from the middle over. Izzy, Araya, looking for Kate, through the block, and out. No touch on the block. Norman getting the side out. Brennan back in on the libero swap there. Norman only up by 1 now. The hard part, we've dug back and ready to keep pressure on. See if we can be first to the finish. Norman on the serve. Michaela, Araya, Michaela, off the block, tools it, down, that's a kill. We're gonna have a substitution, bring Maddie back into the front row. And we got Michaela coming back to serve. 19-19, it's the first to 6. Service sent at the right back. Opposite, able to roll it into the block of Kendall. Putting it back down there. Kendall and Maddie going up on the block. Kendall getting that touch right down into the donut, undefended. Storm up by 1. It's a race to 25. There's the serve, long ball. Yep, just long of the court. 20-20. Substitution Tigers. Tigers send the serve. Shallow ball, Izzy. Michaela looking for Kate. Able to adjust to that. Roll it over. Opposite attack coming. Off the block. Down just into the donut. Norman back up by 1. We got ourselves a slugfest here, going back and forth now. A couple little runs here for both sides. Norman with the serve. Shallow ball, Brennan. Michaela looking for Brennan from the back row. Big swing. That's a kill. Substitution, your OKC Storm. Phoebe into the back row and to serve. Lillian back into the front. We're 21-21. Someone needs 4. Service sent. Deep ball played up by the libero. Passed. Okay, no double called. That's fine. Brennan giving it a ride. Shanked off. Played back. Pushed over. Lillian. Michaela. Lillian. Big dig. Free ball from Norman. Brennan. Michaela. Good job by Kendall there. Throwing off her timing of the jump. Threw off the block. Putting it down. Storm back up by 1. 3 from the finish. Phoebe serving it up. Service in on the 116. Played up out of the 6. Back set. Looking for the right. Into the block. And down. Norman ties us back up. (22-22). Norman sends the serve. Brennan pops it. Michaela looking for Lily. No touch on the block. Good up there by Maddie, but no touch on the block. It's 4 touches. Norman back on top by 1. Norman sends a shallow ball. Brennan off the tape. Opposite free ball there. Brennan. Michaela looking for Lillian. Shorten into the net. This will bring up set point. Norman Tigers. Down by 2. Set point 1. Storm looking to fight it off. Tigers send it. Line drive of the ball. Brennan. Michaela. Brennan tipped into the middle there. Get a roll shot. Phoebe. Michaela looking for Maddie. Gets there to be able to free ball that on the adjustment. Outside. Roll shot. Lillian. Michaela. Push attack to Coffin's corner. Dug out. Get a return push. Michaela. Brennan. Maddie over the block. It's dug out of the 1. Opposite attack coming. Good up. Oh. Good, strong, fast hands, just not able to get any air under the ball. Norman takes it 22-25. Exciting first set. Make our adjustments here to the lineup. Get it called out to you in just a second. Although, if you've been paying attention, it should be fairly predictable here. I need to back up 1. There we go. Norman will have the serve for the start of set number 2. We should be lined up Araya, Lily, and Lucy across the front, right to left. Michaela, Phoebe, and Kendall left to right across the back. Check out our sponsor, January Chiropractic and Acupuncture. They're seeing the graphic on the top right of your screen. Make sure if you're in need of their care, let them know Storm sent you. We sure appreciate them. Well, would you look at that? My Kansas State Wildcats are up 10-0 over UCF. Don't worry, it's still early. I don't know what your Saturday plans hold for you, but if you're able, stay with us. We have another pool play match in about an hour after the conclusion of this match. Originally scheduled for 1 o'clock, but we're running about 45 minutes behind. There's our libero swap, bringing Brennan into the back row. And we're ready for set number 2 of Storm Volleyball. Tigers send us into play. Phoebe, Araya, Lillian over the block, dug out of the middle. Right side smack coming, and it's out. No touch on the block. Storm siding out. Araya back to serve. Sends it right at the 5 in that left back position. Opposite attack coming. Brennan with a big pop to keep that alive. Lillian off the block. It's dug and free balled over. Shallow. Lillian. Araya. Lillian around the block. It's still up. Great defense there. Hustle by Norman. Phoebe. Araya. Lucy swiping it away from the blocker. We're up 2-0 in set 2. This is a must-win for Storm to force a third and deciding set. Araya on the serve, right at the 5 spot, played over flat, tipped into the block and down. That's the block of Lucy and Lillian, I believe. Storm up by 3. A little unusual to be at a tournament where pool play will go three sets, but that's what they're doing here. So if we have to, we'll force it our way. In 3, big smack. Good smack there, good defensive effort by Storm, sending it out the side on the touch. Tigers getting the side out. Storm up 3-1. Ooh, excuse me, yawned again in your ear. Tigers put us off into play. Brennan, Araya, back sets, looking for Lillian, off the block. Brennan, good pop, keeping that alive. Contested there. Joust falling, Storm side. Norman getting the point. Serve sent. Shallow line drive. Phoebe to Araya to Michaela. Tours the block. Substitution, your OKC Storm after that side out. Kate into the front row. Lillian coming back to serve. Storm up by 2. Sends it right at the 1 in that right back set, right side attack coming, smack short into the net. Storm up by 3. Substitution Tigers. Lily sends it right at the right back again, shank short to the feet. That's an ace. Storm up by 4. Ebbs and flow of volleyball. Storm striking. Similar spot, similar result. Substitution Norman. Storm up by 5. Lillian sends it. 5-6 seam. The 5 plays it up. Opposite swing, shorten into the net. You still have the keys? I have the keys. Storm up by 6. Well, dang, UCF got a touchdown. 7-10 K-State. Swing from the right side. Lillian on the dig. Araya, Michaela gives it a ride cross. Dig by the libero. Opposite attack coming. Over the block. Lillian with another dig. From the back row. Service sent, Brennan. Yeah, that's 4 touches. Good hustle, good hustle. Service sent. Kate on the attack. Kate on the kill. Libero swap. Kendall into the front row. Lucy back to serve. Storm up by 5. Lucy sends it going right at the right back. Again, set. Middle attack coming into the block. Back row. Big swing. Big out. Storm back up by 6. Lucy on the serve. Big booming ball. Sails along the court. Substitution Tigers. Libero swap Storm. Running back into the back row. We're up by 5. Needing to win this one to force a 3rd set. Tigers send the ball over. Michaela, Araya. Looking for Michaela. Around the block. Dig. Roll short into the net. Substitution. Let's get Maddie into the front row. Oh. Well, we're going to have a timeout. Norman Tigers first, I think. Then our substitution. Or our substitution and then the timeout. One or the other. Excuse me. One-two Storm. Jazz done talking to her crew. Up by 6 here in set number 2. Michaela still ready to serve. Timeout's over. We're ready to play. Michaela sends it. Shallow ball to right back, played up. Right side is free ball. Izzy. Michaela. Kendall towards the block. Dumped over. Dumped over. Norman side out, getting a coach's point. Double substitution there for, two substitutions there for Norman. Now ready to serve, down by 5, Storm on top. And we're off. Flips the tape, shank back and out. That's an ace for Norman Tigers. They're back within 4. Service sent. Brennan. Izzy. Good spot there. Kendall. Gives us an easy free ball to the back row. Outside attack. Off the block. Getting big. Izzy. Kate. Free ball between the sticks. We're going to reset. Opposite attack coming. Over the block and out. No touch on the block. Big block there of Kendall and Maddie. Quick hands keeping that ball alive. Substitution for Storm. Bring in Phoebe. Oh my goodness, I never put Izzy into the back row. I called her. And anyway, Lillian's back in. Phoebe on the serve on the 116, played up by the 6. Opposite attack into the block. Storm back up by 6. Phoebe sends it. Why did I not? Golly, that's Phoebe sending it. I apologize, y'all. Off the block. There's the right call. That was a touch on the block. The line judge had it. Coach Jazz had it. We let him know. Told you, that's Coach Jazz has that integrity of the game. Doesn't try and sneak anything like that. There's the serve. Roll shot from our libero to the back row. Opposite attack over the block and down. Point Norman. They're back within 4. Norman with the serve. Out. Not enough court. Storm side out. Libero swap. Lucy into the front row. Bren back to serve. Bren sends it right at the middle back there. Played up. Middle attack coming. Big swing. No touch. Big swing out the end line. Wow, ball ricocheted off the wall all the way to the other end. Storm back up by 6. Got to win it, force a third set. Service error gets Norman the side out, back within 5. Tigers. Brennan. Michaela looking for Maddie. Through the block. Dug by the back row. 4 touches. Bring up a substitution. Raya back into the back row and the serve. Storm up by 6. We're midway through. Shallow serve. Libero gets there. Middle swipe. Around the block. 3 blockers on that. Not able to adjust on the tip. Norman getting the side out. Staying within 5. Substitution Tigers. We're ready to play again here. Yep. There's the service call. And there's the serve. Looking across. Brennan. Araya. Norman back within 4. Service set, other direction. Michaela, Araya, Michaela. Through the block and down, that's a kill. Storm back up with it, back up by 5. Substitution, Kate into the front row. Lillian back to serve. Sends it right at the middle back, played up, tipped over. Brennan. Oh, little collision, but we're alive. Norman getting the side out on that swing. Substitution, Izzy back into the back row. Norman, Izzy passes, Araya looking for Michaela, ouch, off the chest, opposite, right side attack, Izzy digs it, Brennan to Araya sends it over, middle, around, Araya on the dig, right side roll, and out, No touch on the block or anything. That's point Storm. Brings up our libero swap. Kendall back into the front row. Lucy back to serve. We're up by 5. Service sent in the 5-6 seam. The 5 slid over to play it. Point Storm. As a reminder, if you're watching in person, try not to yell at the officials, the table, anything like that. Just cheer on your girls. Let coaches and officials do their duty. No need for us to remind them. 20-13, Storm 5 away from a finish and forcing the third set. Shallow ball played up by the 1. Kendall ow. Kendall putting it back down. Nolan popping into her teammate's chin there. Chin or nose with the other. Service sent. Right side attack coming. Shallow ball. Great digging effort by Lucy there, but it does fall. Norman side out. We're 21-14, 4 away from the finish. Norman on the serve. Tigers put us into play. Brennan. Araya looking for Brennan from the back row. Gives it a good tip over the block. Opposite, around. Yep, that's touched. Yep. Norman point, back within 6. We just need to push forward to the finish here. Side out and scores. Tigers serve it. Line drive. Brennan. Araya. Brennan tools the block and Doug. Free ball in return. Brennan. Araya back sets looking for Michaela. Called out. No touch on the block. That was a great swing, splitting the blockers there. We're within 5. Norman's within 5. Serve is up and out. I can say it because I'm here in person and just talking to you guys. Ball don't lie. Yeah, we don't want to yell that either. It's not nice. Substitution, Maddie back in the front row. Michaela on the serve. On the 1-6, played up by the 6. Thrown over, Michaela. Brennan. Michaela from the back row. Clips the tape and down. 2 from the finish. Up by 7. Trying to force a third and deciding set. Michaela. 1-6 seam, the 1 shanks it below the net. That's an ace. This brings set point number 1 for your OKC Storm. Michaela on the serve, played up by the right back in the 1. Set over the block, through the block. Izzy with the dig. Good defensive hustle there. Norman getting the side out. Norman within 7. A side out will finish it for Storm and force a third set. Substitution. What'd you order? There's the serve. Izzy keeping us alive there. Opposite. Big snap. Norman within 6 in set number 2. Sends the serve, clips the tape, finds the court. Norman within 5. Fighting off these set points. Kate, Kendall, Michaela, we're alive. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. Opposite attack, Izzy, Michaela, Kate, tools the block. That'll work. Storm takes it 25-19. We're going to set number 3.
Number 12 is on.
Got to get the coin toss, see who's going to serve. Storm with the serve. Let's adjust our rotation roster here. Since we have serve, Araya should be our first server. Lily and Lucy, Michaela across the front, Kate, Kendall, and Araya across the back. Should be our rotation or our lineup here. Girls looking much better in that second set, much like themselves playing their game. Hey, look at that. K-State got a touchdown. We're up 17-7. I know y'all wanted to know that. Well, the official's ready to play, has the lineups and ready to check them from the stand. Good little trick some officials do. They keep a little card in their hand to have the lineups to know the rotations and whatnot. Honestly, something I need to figure out how to do better. I stink at tracking rotation. But I'm not the official for this match, so. There's our libero swap. Lineup checks good. We're ready for set number 3. This will decide it. This, you know what, I don't know Norman's record so far in pool play, so I won't say it, but it's possible to have gold bracket first, second implications. Enough of that, enough of the handstands. We're ready to play set number 3. Araya on the serve. Middle back plays it. Pass. Snap out. No touch on the block. Storm on the board first. Araya sends us into play. Shallow ball dug up by the middle though. Tossed over. Gives it a ride on the roll. Brennan. Michaela from Araya's set. Over. Lucy. Araya. Looking for Lillian. Block gets there a little late. But Norman's still fighting. Able to dig Lillian's attack. Araya. Lucy. Big dig from the libero. Popped over Scrappy. Araya. Lillian. Puts it down. Storm up 2-0 in set number 3. Service sent. Norman attacks it. Araya, Lucy, Phoebe keeps us alive, so we can reset. Get back into system. Opposite attack, shorten into the net. Your OKC Storm up 3-0. Araya tipped over. Norman getting the side out. Tigers on the serve, put us off into play. Michaela, Phoebe, Lillian able to attack it. Nice little roll shot. Unfortunate fall for on Norman's against Norman's favor there. I apologize. Phoebe was in that whole time. Kate's now coming in, so I'm gonna do this. Wrong player anyway. There we go. Kate into the front row. 4-1. Flips the tape on Lily's serve. Free ball comes over between the sticks. Pushed back over. Opposite outside attack. Brennan on the dig. Michaela. Roll shot from Brennan. Right side attack coming. Tipped over. Bren. Into the block. Solo block of Lucy, putting that back down. We got us a dogfight going on here. 5-1, your OKC Storm. Lillian on the serve. Looking at the right back. Played up, right attack. Big dig from Lillian. Araya. Shorten into the net. Substitution, Izzy into the back row. Storm up by 3. Norman substituting as well. Here's the serve from the Tigers. Brennan, Araya, Michaela. That was a big swing, missing just a smidge long out of the court. Just a bit outside. Storm up by 2. Tigers serve it. Bren, Araya, Michaela. Doesn't miss this time. Libero swap. Lucy back to serve. Kendall into the front row. Up by 3. Sent to the right back in that one spot. Opposite attack coming. Into the block. Right side. Shorten into the net. Storm up by 4. This is a race to 15. See if we can get halfway first. Lucy sends it in 116. Played up by the 1. Back set. Looking for the right side. Shorten into the net. Storm halfway to a 3-set victory. Or a 3rd set victory. Lucy, shallow ball, played up by the libero. In the back row, tipped. Lucy, Araya, back sets, looking for Kate. Into the block and down, that's a kill. Storm chugging along. Choo-choo. 9-3, your Storm JV. Lucy on the serve, shallow ball, clips the tape. They get to it. Free ball, and a miscommunication. Kendall, Araya looking for Michaela. Around the block, Doug, one-armed. Opposite attack coming, off the block, Izzy, Araya. Kate, able to free ball that. Libero tosses it, middle tosses it, center tosses it. Yep. Called out. I saw in. That was in. It hit the line. That I'm 100% sure that was in. But point Storm. I won't argue. That's the way it goes. Big free ball from Izzy, keeping us alive there off the ceiling tap. Middle swipe. Miscue. See, the ball don't lie. Storm. Tigers getting the side out. Storm up by 6. Libero swap. Brennan back into the back row. Tigers send it. Shallow ball. Michaela. Araya. Couldn't get it out of the net. Norman within 5. Norman down by 5. We're 5 from the finish. Izzy, Michaela, Kate. Tricked you. Swapping our setters there on the fly. Throwing off the offense there. Storm 4 from the finish, up by 6. Michaela sends it. Sorry, substitution. Maddie into the front row. Michaela. Maddie gives it a roll. Off the block. Yep, and back. Way to get up, girls on the block. Norman within 5. We're 4 from the finish in set number 3. Tigers send it. Brennan. Michaela. Brennan from the back row. That's a kill. Let's get our substitution on. Phoebe into the back row and the serve. Lillian into the front. We're 3 from the finish, up by 6 in set number 3. So we'll be back at you in about an hour with match 3. There's the serve from Phoebe. Shanked off. Undo that. That was shanked off for an ace. On the 116, played out of the 6th. Phoebe sends it. 116. The 6 plays it. Middle. Smack and down. Storm up by 6. We need a side out and a score to finish it. Did that just say? Oh, 2nd and 3. Okay, I thought it said 32. Serve is up. Long, no touch on it. Good eye by Phoebe to pull back. Libero swap. Lucy into the front row. Bren back to serve. Match point number 1. Service sent, right at the middle back, played up. Free ball from Norman Tigers. Brennan, Michaela, looking for Lillian. Into the block, and down. That'll end it. Your OKC Storm taking it 15-7 in the 3rd set. We'll see you back in about an hour for match 3.